Hello, everyone. Welcome to Octant's Town Hall. Exciting week. We have the allocation window of Epoch 7 starting tomorrow. So really looking forward to see you all participating and allocating to all those meaningful climate projects that are in the round. And yeah, a bunch of things happened this week. I think we can start with that and open the floor for you all to tell us about any updates or questions, be it personal or related to Octant that you have. Yeah, so let me cover this a little bit more. For the allocation window, so that you all get to know the projects that are participating a little bit better, we're going to be organizing a bunch of Twitter spaces next week. Also a special edition Dragon's Den, where we're going to have some questions asked by the projects themselves, and we're going to also have like hear about them in 30 seconds kind of thing. And yeah, hopefully we'll inform you all or give you some ideas of what projects you would like to allocate the funds to. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Yeah, 23 hours. Crazy how time flies. What else do we have? We have something very special launching next week. I'm not sure if I should spill the beans, but I should all, yeah, expect something pretty cool coming up. What else? Oh yeah, we're gonna be, yes, drum roll. I don't know how much how much we can say, but it's a small group here, so let me give you guys the alpha. We're gonna be launching a new website. That's really, really cool. So really looking forward to hear what you'll have to say. We also will be, Switzerland just announced that we're gonna be part of the pop-up city happening there in Switzerland, as the name says. So if you can go give that post some love. Basically, Julian will be curating the funding track. As you can see there, funding mechanisms track at Switzerland. So gonna have like some really cool discussions. I don't know if anyone here is planning to attend. Let us know, because it would be awesome. Or if you have any people in mind that you would like to, or you think would be a good addition to the track, so they can join Switzerland. I think it's going to be an awesome event. It's always like these pop-up cities are always super cool. I don't know if any of you have been to any, actually. That's a good question. Have any of you been to one? I would highly recommend it. I've been to a bunch of them, and you get to know a lot of cool people and make deeper connections. What else? Yeah, ETH Bucharest was awesome. Thank you all for the support on the online, and yeah, the talk was great. Met a lot of very interesting people, and distributed a few of the physical cards, which, by the way, I hope you are minting. We have 3 active now. Let me put the links here. These are the 3 active ones right now. Hope you have them. The dragon is so cool. I love it. Well, all of them are so amazing. And what else? Oh yeah, Sarah, you're here. Maybe you want to share a bit about recently her interview got published with Emily, so you should all check it out. It's pretty cool. Give that post some love. It's a really fun interview, short and sweet, and very funnily edited. So make sure to check it out. Oh yeah, thank you, Renee. Join the Octant community on Twitter. We have this new thing where it's kind of like a close. I don't know if you've done communities on X before, if you know about them, but it's pretty cool because then kind of like prioritizes posts from this community to you, that are posted there, and yeah, we're gonna send some cool updates there and spark some discussions that are more relevant for like the closer Octant community like you guys are. So really, really happy to see that. And I think that's pretty much all the updates that I had in mind. I don't know if the rest of the team has anything else I might be forgetting. Please feel free to jump in and help me out. Otherwise, oh yeah, Wayne, sorry, I saw you were.
No, I was just going to say, like, next week we're going to do, like, based on this Epoch 7. I mean, we saw that question coming up earlier this week about lock GLM and participating in Epoch 7. And then next week we're doing those Twitter spaces. I think you can open up the floor, but if there's not like a big discussion going on around anything specific, maybe we can circle back to E7 and just chat about that, because most of these projects are all new and none of us actually really know these projects. We might know one or two, but it's really a new batch for us, so we can chat a bit about that if that's cool.
Absolutely, yeah, let's do that. Sounds
Does
good.
anybody else have anything to discuss they want to discuss? No.
Rene front run you. Nice. Hey, thank you, Rene. Let's go.
This is why, because I opened this after the call.
Nice. Thank you, sir. And yeah, check it out. Durgadas is doing an amazing job at uploading the town halls, and so all the content is there. And yeah, the channel has a bunch of videos from the past as well that you might want to check out. Yes, please do.
I reckon now that we record calls, it'll be good to discuss certain things, because even if people come back and listen, I mean, pretty much the way it looks like everybody here on this call does have experience allocating rewards and stuff like that, unless I'm mistaken, but pretty much looks like it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed, I think
We don't have
it's always. Mm-hmm. Go for it.
No, I was going to say we don't have to dive too deep. I was just curious, like, to bring up that the fact that these are all new projects, and the best way to get to hear about them and experience, or hear what they're up to, and so that you can decide whether or not you want to vote for them. Will be these spaces next week. You're planning on doing that Dragon's Den with them. I think these are good opportunities because, like we saw, Nico, like the one project was saying that, like they are going to need to reach out to the Octant community. So a lot of us don't know them and a lot of them don't really know us. So I think it would be cool for us to take that time and effort to just get to know them and help them support, because I think some of them are feeling pressure for this upcoming allocation window. It seems, not bad, but you know what I mean. They're like feeling like they're not 100% certain.
Something that
Yeah, nice. Thanks for that, Dirk. Actually, because taking a look at the playlist now. Which one do you think is gonna be the most helpful for them? Is it the How to Octant or the App Info? Those are the ones that do. How to Octant.
Izzy, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to offer, because something that could maybe help, especially with the new projects, to feel comfortable and kind of have a good time, would be an impact concert for the coming epoch. So just want to throw that out there. If you guys, want to try and, I don't know how long it runs for right now. We're kind of scrambling, me and Jose, for a last minute on Sunday, actually, for the Gitcoin round that's live. We're doing a first kind of Gitcoin inspired impact concert over in the Tree Gens Let's Grow 24/7 or 24/14 live space on X. They're trying to go, live for breaking the record. And they've been going for about a week already. And I believe they go for about another week. But yeah, this Sunday we're doing our first Gitcoin round impact concert over there. Still putting it all together. But once that wraps up, would be able to maybe focus on something for the upcoming round here and do a specific Octant focused one. So let me know if you think that's a cool idea. Would like to try and put something together and see kind of what the timeline looks like, and we could probably pull one off and have a lot of fun. Let the new projects kind of get to know the vibe of some of the community and drive some hopefully donations towards them.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, easy. As Dirk has mentioned, Wayne, sorry, the allocation window ends on the 25th of April, so it runs for 2 weeks. So there should be enough time, I think, to organize one of those. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, what is the process of organizing it?
Basically, it's just trying to get some information to me and Jose, a list of the current projects that are in the epoch would be great. Some links, and probably those links would have their social handles. But yeah, project links, social media handles, so a way to be able to reach out, or even possibly opening up a little mini channel or something within the Discord, but that's not necessarily we haven't done that really before. But yeah, just trying to get us some info so we can organize it. Kind of the quicker the better. If we got 2 weeks, that's just about enough time probably to organize one up.
Sounds good. Cool. We can coordinate on that. But yeah, sounds super cool. I think I can send you, or it would be easy if you DM me, please, we have this no DMing policy for the team, just to avoid scams.
Yes, of
So
course.
so please DM me. I will reply to you. Or Durgadas. I think Durgadas has also like all the info also. So feel free to DM us or put us in a group.
Cool.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why also we have a bunch of Twitter Spaces next week. We have the special edition Dragons Den as well. So you all get to know the projects. Should be yeah. The more we can share about them, the better, and the more informed the decisions can be made by the community. So we're looking forward to that.
Hey everybody, do
know,
you mind if I
there's-
jump
Yeah, please go
in
ahead.
just because I'll be representing Cecilia in the upcoming Octant Epic 7 round, and so first time participating, although I've been following the, the rounds and seeing a little bit how the dynamics work, and I think even apply to a previous Epic because we are. So I'll just briefly explain what refi Cecilia is. And I'm sure some of you here are familiar with refi, the meme like regenerative finance, and it's spin off from DeFi. So there's a global network of these what are called local nodes. So it's basically um, people, stewards who are on the ground organizing their community to integrate these refi tools into their local network of regen projects. And so as well as like a global network of refi builders. So those are people building the digital. So there's the digital app builders, there's people on the ground organizing the community, integrating the tools. And so refi Chile is one of those local nodes. I'm here outside in the countryside, just an hour outside of Palermo. And we're also working closely with Refi Italia. And so it's like a nested governance system where we have kind of this global network. We've got the local nodes, and then within that, we have Refi Italia, which is helping to coordinate the national nodes. And then we've just created another layer of organization and governance, Refi Mediterranean. And so we're actually running a QF round in the current Bitcoin grants for Refi Mediterranean, the first of its kind by a regional scale. Kevin Owaki put in 10K, I'm sorry, 5,000 USDC, and so we have 10K total matching, and that's on Cello. So we have 12 projects participating, and so it's exciting to see this growth of these local nodes and of more of these nested governance and interconnected like resource sharing. So what we're doing with Refi Sicilia is around how do we address a lot of these ecological crises that are also very much interconnected with the social and the political and the economic. And so here, our biggest concern is fires, as well as drought and desertification, and are all tied together. And so that's really motivating and forcing the people here to ask questions and to figure out how do they participate in solutions. And so we have been working for the past 3 years at building a demonstration syntropic agroforestry site. And it's a 2-hectare family farm that have been, just growing wheat or melons or whatever it was. But me and my partner, who's a permaculture designer, we propositioned the landowner to say, hey, we can put in a pilot an experiment for syntropic agroforestry, and syntropic agroforestry is a system that was initially created in Brazil, but it mimics like how a forest would naturally grow. And it's using basically this thing called succession, where you're planting things at the same time, but they grow at different rates. And so you're actually helping to protect, and there's a lot of symbiosis. So, traditionally here it's mostly olives, and they're farmed in like a monocrop way. I mean, it's not really healthy for the soil, and also the olive trees are very stressed. So we're using olives as our like foundational tree along with almonds, and then we're adding in about 10 other different species into this mix. And where it gets really exciting is that we're able to use another project that's in this Epic 7 round, Sylvie. And so Sylvie, they are a they basically it's a pay to plant system. And what's unique about it is when you plant a tree, you take a photo, you upload it to their database, and then there is a payout with crypto to your wallet. And so it's an on-chain, public, open source solution. And it's not just our demonstration site. The demonstration site is just a way to engage and activate people. And we already have 7 other partner sites around the island who are using Sylvie app to log and get paid for their tree plantings. So we have kind of like an island-wide movement, and Sylvie app is operating globally, of course. And I think we are kind of like their biggest project that has the most tree plantings. And so we're just helping to provide validation and the use case, and then show it off to all the other people who are planting trees, because I mean, there's so many on the ground projects who are doing tree planting initiatives. It's just there's no visibility into it. So this is creating both visibility and coordination and compensation. So that's helping to create a more sustainable model. And what we're doing, so Refi Sicilia is a like we are a bioregional association, and our main goal is to connect these region projects in the area to coordinate around how do we address the ecological problems and regenerate the ecology using these regenerative economic tools. And so Sylvie is one of them. We're also using grassroots economics, which is a mutual credit system. And so we're able to reward people who participate in our mutual aid days. So when we have community work days on the farm, we're able to pay them with essentially a digital gift card that they can redeem in the future for when that tree starts producing. And so we also have, so we're a bioregional association organizing on the ground, and then our partner is also a blockchain developer himself. And so we are also developing our own open source digital smart contract solutions too. And so you can go, let's see if I can type it in here, adopt.refi.com. And so people can actually go to the website and they can pay with USDC on Arbitrum. And this was just the first kind of like test. We did a tree planting campaign last December. But you could pay 10 USDC to adopt this tree, and ideally we could onboard all of the sites to have this, and that basically creates a buffer and a bridge so that we have the labor, we have the care, we have the tools we need to care for these trees that take a few years to start producing, and it just gives another revenue stream. What would be cool, depending on how much funding we get, and we've already been talking with Sylvie about this for a few months now, but how do we connect the Adopt a Tree scheme with Sylvie's mapping and reporting? And so I think that this round could help to bridge that. And so it's really important to like illustrate how we're adopting both the ecological practices and the economic practices and developing our own open source public good solutions. We're also very active with Bloom Network, who is also in, I'm on my phone. but
Oh, I see. Because you know, if people have like a visual of like everything that you're talking about, then it's probably like
yeah.
super
Thanks for
interesting as
sharing
well.
that.
But
Thanks for sharing
yeah,
the
the tweet
Twitter.
there, I think
I'm
it's
very
really
active
cool.
on X and doing a lot of like content creation, which is fun. Because if we just do this out in the middle of nowhere, nobody hears about it, nobody sees about it. It's like we need to be out there telling the story. So we are using Bloom Network to do blogging as well as impact reporting. And I don't think I have that handy on my phone right now. But Bloom Network is really cool because they do a quarterly impact payout. And so Bloom Network has developed their like own internal currency called flow tokens, like flow, FLO as in flowers. And so when you do some regenerative action, if it's like, it could be anything from like educational, it could be an event, it could be tree planting, whatever it is, you make an impact report and then they will calculate how much impact you had based off of a few different factors, but you just you self-report. And then at the end of the quarter, they have a $10,000 fund, and depending on how many flow tokens you've earned, combined with everybody else who has submitted their impact reports, you get paid out proportionally. And so it's just another incentive. And so there's an integration with Bloom Network. So when you make the impact report, it automatically publishes and syncs to your Karma Gap profile. And so there's a tab on your Karma Gap profile that will say impact, and that'll show up there so that, Octant Epic 7, everyone is required to report how they've used their grant money on Karma Gap. And Karma is a platform. GAP is one of the features, Grant Accountability Protocol. It's not just for grants; they're also helping with hackathons, any funding really. Karma Gap can help with, and there's also a Karma AI feature. So there's a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, exactly. It does feel doing the regenerative work does feel like asking for fair change. But the good news is this is the future of both agriculture, energy production, transportation, like the whole thing. Like we can rebuild our economies to be regenerative, and we can do it at scale. And so when we're planting these olive trees, these avocado trees, these almond trees, we're planting them all together. They're going to be more bountiful. We're going to have less inputs. We're not using chemicals, and so we're actually going to be providing higher value, more products, and this is going to be more competitive than traditional agriculture. So investing in these syntropic agroforestry systems into these refi local nodes is really powerful because this is the more optimal business model. I'll pause there. I know I shared a lot of information. It's a lot to take in, but I'm happy to answer any questions. Or exactly. I like to joke that my pronouns are regen and avocado.
Nice. No, this is sick, man. I mean, awesome work that you guys are doing, and thank you so much for sharing. Like this is exactly the right place to do that. Where you're gonna get the community. I'm sold, to be honest. I really appreciate the work you're doing and how you explain it. And a lot of projects unfortunately neglect the fact that distribution is super important. As you were saying, like being out there creating content and telling people about it, being in the right places is super valuable. And yeah, just congrats on all the work that's been done. I'm curious, like where does the name refi come from? Is it like a way of saying refi, like or
Oh yeah, so this is funny because so the refi meme has been going since about 2021, 2022. So like the last big bull cycle when DeFi summer hit in 2020, then refi spring happened in 2021. And so the refi DAO movement got started. And I went to Colombia when DevCon was in Colombia in 2022, and we helped to host an event in Colombia, refi event, refi Barichara. But I live here in Sicily. I moved here. My family, my father's side of the family is from here, so I left the U.S. I mean, this is a more personal story, but I left the U.S. kind of understanding where things were going and kind of deciding and choosing, what kind of lifestyle I wanted to live, focusing on quality of life. And so when I got back here after Colombia, and I'm telling all my friends and everybody like refi, they're interpreting it in the Italian word refi, which means to do over, like redo. Refi means redo, which is appropriate, even more appropriate, right? Because we have to translate all of this technical stuff into the cultural context. And so the people here want to change. And so with refi, we have a narrative and a story that people can understand and attach to, because to be honest, we have a community of a few hundred people, but they have, like, most of them really don't know anything about blockchain, and they don't necessarily need to. I think we can make these apps easy enough to use, where you don't really need to know everything about blockchain. And that's another one of our big functions is education. And so like I said, we're currently in the Gitcoin round. That's been really instrumental in allowing us to kind of plant seeds, both literally and figuratively, of doing community events and getting people like on the farm, hands in the ground, as well as apps in the phones, I guess. I don't know, get your hands dirty or get your apps dirty. I don't know which one it is, but yeah, the Gitcoin grants have been great. I think this round, this Epic 7 really opens up the next level for how much we can grow, because now we've got the demonstration site, and we've pretty much done the full stack regenerative finance implementation, and we have the next 5-10 farms ready to go, and the people pretty much activated. It's just we need to have that initial investment for paying for the trees, getting the tools, the trucks, the trailers, the tractors, whatever it is, and then if there's enough left over, the Sylvie adopted tree integration. And so, yeah, really exciting. I think we're just going to keep on growing. We're in kind of crunch time with the global shit show, I guess we can call it that. But people want like what's coming next. I think these crises present these opportunities, and we're really in the thick of it now. So perfect timing. And yeah, just really, really grateful and happy to be here and share this with you all. It's a very different community, but public goods exists in many different shapes and sizes, and this is really critical infrastructure that we're building, and it is a very highly impactful investment, and these rewards will go a long way.
And this whole time,
Yeah,
I thought we
absolutely.
were talking about refried beans, man.
Refried
No,
beans.
regenerative finance. We
I
can
don't
grow
know if
beans.
that
Those
joke hit very
nitrogen
far.
fixers, very important.
But I
We
do
are. Yeah, I
believe,
mean,
I do think we're going to have Refi Avocado at the upcoming Impact concert this Sunday for the Gitcoin round. I hope to see as many of you there as can make it. And the Sylvie sounds super interesting, and I think we're going to have somebody to be able to talk about that from their team as well. So looking forward to hopefully diving a little deeper into that.
Dope. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Thanks for sharing, Regen Avocado. It's really, really funny. I did not know refi written like that was an Italian word. So and it makes, as you said, a lot of sense. So that's funny, and I'm super glad that the meme is hitting over there in Italy as well. It's exciting to see, and yeah, looking forward to see you at the concert on Sunday as well, and hopefully on the one with Octant if it materializes later on. what else, friends? Anyone else want to share any, if you have a project, now's your chance to get feedback from the community or tell us about it, or just chat in general about or ask questions about Octant. Cool. I think there's not much else. Wayne, are you happy with the result, or do you would you like us to chat a little bit more about, the basics of Octant a little bit?
I think it's cool. I think everybody here is basically like pretty, they understand the locking of GLM, when to lock ASAP, all of that stuff. So I think it's pretty good. I think newbies are not here, so we can chat about that maybe on Spaces or something like that.
Yeah, sounds good.
But I think it's
Sounds
good. Mm-hmm. Cool. Thanks, man.
Having
Thank
fun.
you, sir. Yes,
Excellent.
and
Good.
our Dragons Den as well. Should be a fun one. Oh, nice. Let's go.
Wow. I love to see this.
Thanks. Drop links. Wayne, do you have the links at hand?
For these Spaces, I will tweet about them later, but if you give me 1 second, I don't want to actually drop them all because it gets there's one every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then it's going to get like a bit too crazy and stuff like that. But I'll leave Mondays. How's that?
It's fine, man. Should just drop them all.
All of them?
Yeah, go for it. I think, I don't know.
Wait.
I'm gonna schedule reminders for all of them. I mean, if I was not at Octant, I would do it also because I like to do that. So the easiest way to do it is with a link. So go for it, man.
Okay, 1 second.
Nice. Let's go. Thank you.
Let's remove those embeds. Oh, it looks too insane.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's enough. That's enough. Correct. Oh yeah, that's true.
Week.
Sorry.
Maybe some of you already.
Yeah. In any case, when you click on the link, it's going to give you your local time. So, but let me write this in here. EST, right?
Yeah, it came up as 6 a.m. PST for me, so I'm not
Yeah.
I won't promise I'll be there. I'm not a super morning person, but we will start organizing up an impact concert that can be like noon o'clock-ish for us sleepyheads.
Okay. Cheers.
Nice. Sounds good. Cool. Thanks everyone for coming. See you on the next week when our epoch is on. Excited for it. Bye bye.
Also, Jose sends his love. He was in a recording session. I just saw that message, so wanted to share it here.
Thank you. Send some love to Jose as well. Appreciate him.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you all. Bye bye.